Well, no doubt Novak Djokovic really enjoying his time at the Queen's Club this week. He was sensational against Grigor Dimitrov, the second seed, 4-1. He beat him yesterday. And Daniela, I know you think the backhand was key to that.
Yeah, we've been talking about Novak's form over the last few days, how incredible it is. And I do believe it is because of his technique, especially on that backhand side. He has cleaned up that nicely ever since Marian Vardas has joined his team again. And one of the main reasons why he's effective on that side again is because the last few months, what we've seen, especially in that Indian Wells match where he made 35 unforced errors, is that on the backhand shot, he was actually pulling off from the shot before he hit the ball, and his accuracy was all over the place, where now he's standing beautifully down on the shot again. And the most important thing is on the follow-through. He's putting the scarf back around his shoulder, and like this, you get so much more control on the shot. So beautiful follow-through and just being much more stable on his backhand side. And this is also thanks to his fitness, because he's much stronger in the leg, so he's able to stay in the rally much longer. And also mixing in nicely the slice and going then for the big backhand down the line, followed by beautiful forehand as well. And I just love the fact how much more he's putting the drop shots and the slice backhands in his game again. And you can only do that once you're confident on that shot. So well done to Marian, because you know, we've missed this shot for the last few months, and it is definitely the shot that brought him all the Grand Slam titles. Beautiful grass court game here as well, coming in and finishing it on the volley. And here, beautiful example how he's standing down on the shoulder and that scarf with the left arm over the neck. It's just a beauty to watch. I've seen it myself many times when I try to improve my backhand. And again, what we talked about also on the return side, we've known he's been the best returner in the world, and it's nice to see how balanced is on that shot again.
Well, you know, I agree with all of those points you have there, Daniela, and it's nice to see him. You look at his movement, he also looks like his game. He's compacted the backhand as well as the forehand, and is that also something Marian has been working with him after the French Open to do as well? Yeah,
definitely. It's something you have to naturally do coming to grass, to make your swings a little bit shorter, and he just overall feels much more compact. Where in the last few months, we've seen his shots and backstrokes all over the place, and now he's much more stable on the shot because he's physically much stronger, and just really they've cleaned it up beautifully. And that comes down to, you know, putting the hours on the court, because those changes don't happen over the night, as we both know.
And we were discussing before, which I found very interesting, what you said about Marian. He's very strict on the court with Novak, what he wants, but then off the court, he lets him be relaxed and do what he wants to do. So is that the approach that Novak needs, and is that why the results are coming again as well?
Exactly, because Marian is getting the balance absolutely right. He knows exactly what to do with Novak on the court, putting the hours in, putting the hard work in, but as soon as the practice is finished, he's super relaxed. He's a very positive guy. He's a beautiful soul to be around. He's always upbeat, always smiling, and I think Novak needs that. He needs to be almost perfectionist on the court, but then off the court, he's got to relax, and then he can be much more focused in the matches on the things that he needs to do.
Just going back to the backhand for a moment, when it is firing, as it has been this week and obviously has been in the past, is it a technically perfect shot, if such a thing exists?
It is. I myself have been watching his backhand over the years. Whenever I was struggling a little bit on that side, all of my coaches gave me Novak as the example of the best backhand there is, because it is just technically pure, balanced. I mean, it cannot get any better.
I look at Novak in three aspects. The backhand, I think, is the best of all time, not just, you know, the best in the game right now. I think the return of serve, bar none, he took it to another level, and his movement, when he's getting into the splits on the full stretch and can generate pace on that backhand as well as the forehand side, he's taken those three areas to another level. And you think about it, he's the only man who held 4 slams at the same time since Laver in '69. So you're talking about a guy who's getting his mojo back, and that's why I'm hoping this week is his week, because we need to see him in the mix with Federer and Nadal holding major trophies again.
The technique is one part of it, a massive part of it, which allows him to reach those heights. But it's Novak Djokovic. So what pushes him over the edge? Is it the shot selection? Is it his mental toughness in certain areas where he's able to move opponents all over the court with whatever he's deciding to do at any given moment? What is it that is unique about him?
Well, again, it comes down to both things that as we've been discussing over the week. It is the mental and technical combination. And like we've seen there on the video, he's putting the drop shots in, slicing it nicely, because he's more confident. If you're not confident, you're just most of the time hitting cross court and just hoping that it's going to go over the net inside the court. But Novak is so confident on that shot again.
But also, I think it's also a natural gift he has. I mean, this guy is like Gumby. He is so flexible and strong at the same time. There's no player that's been able to do those sorts of positions. So I think it's a combination of all the hard work, all the aspects you're talking about, but also a God-given gift and maximizing it as well.